Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Amalia Zahra, and I would like to say thank you to Mr. Ahmad Shafi'i for allowing me to tell my experience to all of my friends. And I also gonna say thank you to my friend who wants to hear my experience that I'm gonna tell right now. The experience that I'm gonna tell is about my unforgettable funfair. When I was 10 years old, my father took me to the funfair. It wasn't just me and my father, but also my sister, my mother, and my housemaid. It was so crowded and cramped because so many people brought their motorcycle and parked it beside the sidewalk. The street was so congested, and that was like the most messed up things I've ever seen because we went there at 7 p.m. and still need to wait for an hour to get to the funfair. My father even told me to just go home, but because at that time I was so excited for the funfair, so I cried in the car and said I don't want to go home. So yeah, we arrived at the funfair. When we arrived there, all of us were separated away. My mother went to buy some clothes, my sister and my housemaid played fishing game, and my father, he just stood up and took some of his cigarettes. And because I don't know what to do, so I asked my father to give me some money, and he gave me some money. So I went to visit many places. I went to Ferris-wheel. That was the first place I visited. On the Ferris-wheel, that was so fun because I felt like I was inside the cage and it started to move higher. When it started to move, my heart beat so fast because at that time I was so afraid of height. But at least that was fun. When I finished my Ferris wheel, I went to the other places. I went to Wall of Death. In Indonesia, we usually call it tong setan or tong stand. There were men who rode their motorcycle and spin on the whole of the wall. The sound of their motorcycle were so loud, but that was cool. I don't even know how can they didn't get a headache after spin on the whole of the wall like that. Well, I get bored easily and my stomach got hungry, so I went to the other place. I want to go to haunted house, but when I saw it, I always got a goosebumps because that was so scary. They also played their horror sound on their speakers, so I just walked past it, and because my stomach got hungry, so I went to buy some food. I bought grilled meatball, I bought sausages, I bought ice cream, I bought kerak telur, and I bought many more things. And I thought it was so cool to be a kid with much money and walk inside of the crowd until I met punk community. They stared at me like this. I thought they were gonna eat me or something. So I screamed and I cried in the crowd, and my father just came to me. He hugged me and said that it was okay, they're not gonna hit me or something. And I thought he was like a Superman or something, but actually he just walked behind me since I was in the Ferris wheel. So he took me to many places. He took me to Clothes Bazaar, he took me to buy an ice cream again, he took me to buy a bracelet with the name on top of it, and he took me to many places until I felt better. So I asked my father permission to play kora-kora, and he gave me some money just in case maybe I want to buy something else. So yeah, I bought a ticket and I sat on the kora-kora. Kora-kora is looks like a boat, like a big boat, and it moved like a swing. When I sat on it and it started to move, I wanted to scream because that was so high, and I wanted to scream, but at the same time I feel like I enjoyed the wind blow through my face, and that was so fresh. So I thought that's not scary at all. So I played it twice until when I finished it, I saw my watch like, oh my god, it's already 10 p.m. I'm running out of time, literally like running out of time. And for the last places I wanted to visit, I visited a haunted house. That was so scary at first, so I didn't went inside it alone. I visited with my housemaid. She's accompanied me right there. I was afraid, curious, and nervous at the same time. So when I wanted to scream, my feet keep moving forward. So front of the door. So I just need to open it, and many people wait behind me. So I opened it, and I saw many ghosts on it. At first, I was surprised because that was scary. But when I saw their makeup is glow in the dark and have a green neon color. So when I wanted to scream, I thought that was funny because I never seen any ghost using neon green color on their face. And I just walked past it confidently, like I don't afraid of them anymore. So yeah, I just walked past it until I met one person, one big man, which is cosplayed as Pocong, and I asked his name. Sir, what is your name? And he said his name is Agus. That was as same as my driver's name. So when I finished the haunted house, I thought it was not as scary as what I imagined. So I called my father and asked him to just go home, and yeah, so we went home. And on the road to go home, I told my father that everything happened in the funfair was so fun. And yeah, I think that's enough that I'm gonna say, and I would like to say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.